brings you here? Look out!
God be with you, neighbour.
Greetings to you.
Doesn't it bother you? Walking around here like some animal?
Oh, it does. I didn't have a choice in... matter. Sorry.
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
I wanted to ask you, I'm not from here and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you are not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want to know?
Where can I find a church round here? I'm surprised you don't even have a small chapel in the village.
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. Yeah, Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not... We do not go... The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village. No one wants to pay the church more than they have.
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trusky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of tradesmen here who sell their goods. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives at the other end of the village. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are a hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being educated men. Along with the scribe Geibel, they are always studying some Latin tracts. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin, if he really does at all.
Is there anyone else here?
Oh yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka the butcher lives. Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants, and you are already familiar with the tavern.
Where do you go for wares? What's the closest town?
The closest is Sobotka, the biggest Gichin, what you call Gichin. And farther north there is Turnov. Half of that one belongs to Herr von Bergo.
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. It takes all day on foot. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here will have to do you. I do not think you will get to the town anytime soon.
Is there anything I should avoid around?
Certainly. Stirring here in the village, we don't...
I understand that.
Ach so, ich verstehe. That is all because of the war.
So you've already heard about...
About those ones in particular. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me.
So the road...
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. But...
I'll have a look at...
What a day.
Wie schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. Jesus Christ be praised.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be...
Uh-huh.
I've been begging for alms here for days, and that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of...
You're welcome.
Oh, well.
Hmm?
Now things...
Yes, unless...
You're like Tomcat all...
Do you know...
They say...
Do you think Tom can...
No,
I don't...
well,
Well,
more
how...
with... But stand your...
And...
And...
Where am I...
In the...
Should I...
Now, try not...
Hey,
I'm bar...
looks like
I ain't.
you're something...
Nah.
Then why...
Sometime, but...
What?
Because
I'd like to see...
you can go and see them
Where are you headed?
for work. They all with the...
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to...
I'd like to go...
Aha.
Well, but I won't be...
Why?
Why? I've been...
What do you...
I'll find...
Don't get you...
You... I...
There's no what?
At least...
Ah, very...
And what...
What armor are you...
Oh, nothing. They say a famous knight lived here who killed a ferocious lion and all the other way round.
And is the armor...
Maybe.
I could use some armor.
And...
Well, yeah.
Wow.
That's a long story.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall.
Thanks.
Just don't...
I have no...
The hell? Here you go.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semine, renowned far and wide.
And which way is...
Southwest from here. Not once you see the walled farmhouse, though I'll be a queen before you...
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. If you find some work...
My main concern is getting to that...
Well, yeah.
How much...
So...
Hope... Oh, well.
Don't worry.
God be with you.
I'd like to report an ambush.
That's a serious matter.
Well,
I don't understand why.
It's a long...
Sorry, if you. I'm sorry.
I need to speak with Sir Otto.
With the Royal Chamberlain?
Why not?
I'd like.
And
Where'd you.
But they won't let...
I'm not.
Excuse me.
I can't help you with.
I'd like to...
If it's at your best.
What?
It's peace. Well.
And what?
What do you. And then. Oh, but.
What's new?
I project the innkeeper. Will they never cut? And now I've been visited. He said he found.
What do you...
That I've been forced now.
Cab?
I say. And that.
That sounds... What's new?
I was just. He said.
What do you...
That I've been.
Take care of that.
I met the local beggar.
She's here again. Oh, confound it. But we'll get rid of her somehow, you'll see.
What? But I...
You didn't give her any money, I hope? Rabble like that are like stray cats. Feed them once, and you'll never get rid of them.
No. She just told me you might know where I could get some armor.
Armor? Unless you want to join the local watch, I don't think I can help you. Unless, maybe, Radovan, the blacksmith from Tarkov. We might sell you something.
But Barra told me you might know of something better. The armor of some Brunswick?
Oh, that. Lad, 'tis but a legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Oh, come now. Surely you're not going to keep that legend to yourself. Do a fellow scholar a service.
Youngster, being able to piss your name in the snow doesn't make a scholar out of you.
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your temper. I'll tell you. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him. So he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
And what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called Noh came to the island to hunt. And so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armour come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyak of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armour of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armour back, but Lord Chenyak didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyak was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armour to the king.
Chenyak was broke. How come?
Because of building his castle. Trusky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for a nobleman. Even the king had difficulty paying for such a castle.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armour, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armour. Lord Chenyak was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armour here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armour?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyak, who they say hid the armour, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Bloody hell. I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Halt! Sir, show me what you've got on you. That's it. I'm arresting you. Come on, then. The executioner is
Enough.
sharpening his axe.
I
for
give
you.
up.
When a guard orders you, so now.
If you don't stop this insolence...
Shut you. I won't be intimidated.
I can't pay.
In that case,
Take me away.
now show me.
All right.
All right then. You won't avoid punishment. I'll lock you.
My arms are all sore. What a disgrace.
Did you sleep in a barn or what? Looking like that. You stink. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Old gods. I wonder what their names were. I see they haven't been forgotten, and the locals still worship them. I can't really blame them seeing the state of this land. What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. A very important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my mom.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another, I can't read. But it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
Do you know where you might have...
I haven't the faintest idea.
You should have been losing the one thing.
I know. So I forgot, but now it's gone.
I have to be going. I hope you find...
Me too.
I'm sorry to hear...
Wait! Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punch. I can tell you to stop when I've had enough. So you get why it's...
Very well then. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I... Holy fuck!
All right. Oh. Do you think...
Oh!
Glad to be of help.
Oh!
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last 2 hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing.
Great.
Iron.
But furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above it. Give it a pull. Works better. But you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Not this again. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easy. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
I heard she was sick. I just wanted to know if she was
Quite cold. Aye, man would be calling for the priest, but women are made of stronger stuff.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime then.
Feel free. You're no longer in mortal danger.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while
It makes you...
How do I know a good...
By the spark, it rings.
What's the...
Do it, the main, but don't...
Why should I...
If you keep but jump the best...
How will I...
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more...
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your thing. And of course, you can use... Any questions?
Where can I...
You can buy, but if you want... This is...
What can I do with...
Well...
Where exactly...
At the side of the house. And you can put your thing...
What now?
What do you think? You're pretty good. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to. You can get down...
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. You take care once you've made...
There's a couple more...
Ask away.
Thanks. You said...
It's about...
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And especially the cargo. Go to Samin and find out what the bloody...
Have you any idea?
There's only one road to Samin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no...
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi,
Can't tell you much. I don't think they...
were they
No. They...
What was the cart...
Bugger and bollocks. There was some hunt and some kids. There's a good mum...
All right.
Go ahead.
Gladly.
I know very well what you've done here.
Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
Go!
Whoa, whoa.
Greetings, good man. Will you come over here for a moment? Let's talk.
I bid you good day. What do you want to talk about?
You'll see. You won't be sorry. Stop fooling around. You were beginning to make me nervous. Could you spare a few? I'll be straight.
Tell me a little about yourself. If I find you to be an upright fellow.
I was once a cloth merchant. You the finest.
So what happened?
Bad time. They robbed my car twice. So I
I'm sorry.
was.
Stop.
All right, all right. No, I'm done. You know, if I'd thrown a few with a knife, it's no offense, though.
Die! God! Quick! Keep the peace.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Don't take any of this shite, you Send him up for cut a piece. The man's in fucking pop. Burst his bomb.
What are you doing? I'm just getting warmed up, you shit.
Who's that madman?
Fuck you! Fucking hell!
I've got my eye on you. Go for it, you're fine. Put him on his arse. Put him on his arse. The man's fucking pop. Burst his bomb.
Can't bear to look.
Don't take any of this shite, Yurko. You ought to be ashamed. Go for it, Yurko. Put him on his arse.
Who's that?
Oh, you wee
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yuriko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right.
So, lad, you going with us? Oh, you reckon we can't...
No.
By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above! And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? And I'm a bit too old.
You got a stud farm here, don't you?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horse. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a deal.
All right.
Well, that should be that.
Actually, I'd like...
Wouldn't we all...
Well, I heard Lord von Bur...
Son, anyways, stick with...
This year... Only that...
What can I tell you, lad? Each to himself.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can...
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semming? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure... As for my name, it's a nickname. Lord Semming's... When I joined his service as a young fellow, I was used to it. I broke many a hard skull. Or Captain Ed.
We should probably...
That we come back in the morning and we'll set out. If you want, stay here. You...
What did I do to you?
My God, what happened to you?
I got a bit of a scratch somewhere. It's nothing.
Can I ask?
Sure.
What about...
What, you ask?
Oh, I'm not asking you to criticize him.
And would you believe me if I told you he's kind and just? That he knows how to make some coin, but he ain't no miser. He knows how to give orders, but he'll listen to advice too.
Sounds almost too good to be true.
See? You wouldn't believe me.
How about von Burgov? What's he like?
Well, actually, I don't know that much about Sir Otto. He ain't...
That's all you know?
That's it.
I'll get going.
The Lord be with you.
Would you happen to have a...
Well, but by the looks... But all she's good, that old bitch. I was already... He said he...
Grey, old. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by... But that horse, so it belongs...
Who sold her?
I told you, some young lad.
What did he look like?
You're a bit hasty. He had black hair and a big beard. And he looked like he'd been sleeping, and his breaths, but I couldn't tell you...
She's my horse, in the retinue that was attacked down by the pond.
Right. You happen to need a new horse. Does it have your brand? It does not.
Look at me.
I am looking.
Take a good look.
Aye.
And what you see?
A simpleton?
Look.
Aye.
And the one who's...
Well?
So it's not entirely impossible.
Maybe not impossible.
Aye, but just a few grosh. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Go and get her then. If she remembers you... We're gonna miss that one. What is... Are you whistling just for fun?
Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
As you say, sir.
whistling.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they might be possibly.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. But it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
I'll say it for you. Henry got his arse kicked. You know Yurka's as strong as an ox.
And why wouldn't he be, with all he eats and drinks? But what can we do with you, Henry, if even a drunken Moravian brawler can beat you? We could get into all sorts of tricky situations along the way.
That's true, Henry. But there's something we can do about that. I think Lord Sameen here could teach you a thing or two.
Yeah, why not? What do you say, youngster? Fancy a bit of training?
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what. All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you...
What weapon would...
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs... You can have my cudgel. I also looked through the saddlebags and found an old jupon. And you better take it. So
Thank you, Captain.
save the thanks.
So, young'un, are you ready?
What do you say, son?
Whew. You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
That's true. And you handled this too, sir. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he's...
I will, Captain.
It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. Don't worry about losing, lad. You've got some talent, I can tell. You should come to the courtyard and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trusky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping the dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
What a nag. Phooey.
Greetings to you.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should... If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village. And I'm really not in the mood.
I understand. All right, Henry.
And Henry?
As you wish. Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semin is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though. People will find out you spared no expense for your daughter's wedding.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semin would do that. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you. Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yichin.
Sir, I could send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yichin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yichin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a...
Very well, sir.
Blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Yeah. Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
We got ambushed by them bastards on the rampage.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young man.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God suits me. I ain't got only good memories of it. Got my legs stuck in the crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps.
Do voice like that. It ain't right having a pair. It's my back. She might be hexed, or maybe a witch. You see hexes everywhere. It ain't that strange. Even my uncle had a pair like that. Each eye a different colour, and he definitely weren't hexed.
I'll tell you, Captain.
How would you know?
True. You never know what crosses folk have to bear.
Jesus, Hans, don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated claptrap.
Supposedly. Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus?
For fuck's sake, you was never ordained Honza.
I was. Dumbledore, in the forest chapel by Bodera.
Like, fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head in the woods don't mean a damn thing.
Stumble's a priest.
Stumble is a drunken old fool who claims he was a priest. He can't even quote one psalm. Don't you think he'd have a better nickname than Stumble if he was a priest?
Hey, it ain't his fault. What's wrong with his legs?
What's wrong with his legs is they can't stay away from the tavern.
You two don't know the truth from an hole in the ground. Stumble was a priest. He showed me holy pictures and taught me a lot.
Aye, Stumble was a...
I'll shove steel up your ass!
Rip your ass open! Ha, no chance! No chance!
Henry, get over here. Stop dawdling. Hey, Henry, get over here. What's the hold-up, damn it? What's the hold-up, damn it? Stop dawdling.
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
It makes no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time at the Shani, sir?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. Just as long as you ask nicely, eh? Or how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Out the hell! Hammer them, men!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
That hit home!
You're no match for us,
Slice him
We'll finish this quickly.
I'm wounded.
Good.
Bastard! I like you're off.
No, you don't.
No chance.
I'll rip your eyes open.
I'll be done with you in a flash. Take another one of that.
Nice strike.
Swine!
Fuck that!
I'm bleeding!
Ain't had enough yet! He's done for! They got what they deserved, the fuckers! Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
What now?
One of them bastards fled in...
You have to spare me.
Did you... No!
I'll go and try.
Great.
What about your family?
Fallen on hard times. That's why I do what I do.
So they won't pay half a groschen for you, eh? So, tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh?
I'm still from a noble family. Rich or poor, you can't just lick me.
Well, who's going to stop me? I can't see any law here.
I've got you now, Vincent.
Well, why the fuck would I? Besides...
Can't you think of any other way out of this?
Well, you could let me go.
Why would I?
Maybe for coin.
Now keep your... Who knows what they'll do to you?
For robbing Semi.
If I were in your shoes, I think I'd go for the rope. Falling.
How would you know? Although,
Well, come what may. Anything can happen.
Sure, I'll get... And I don't have to be the one...
One-on-one, even if the...
You never know, so I'll take my chance.
You won't!
Oh, I told you.
All right.
You're in for an arse-kicking. Show me what you're made of, then.
Christ! My head!
had to kill him, unfortunately. He refused to surrender.
Don't feel bad about it, lad. He'd have swung anyway. At least you gave him a quick end.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, you deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Samin. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as...
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who said we'll sell the car to Gules.
Shut up, Francis. You both told me you'll bring me the car. And then you try to fuck me over.
So, you wanted to steal the cart for yourself, and you still got caught?
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Vence.
Bollocks. You confessed when we caught you.
Only because you forced me to.
Your prize idiot net. If you hadn't gone round the rock, we could have got away. But I've got a big heart, life in the land to give you a hand. And I didn't trust you in the slightest. Good reason.
Where are you taking us?
To Samin, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't execute me just like that.
By right, I should send a plea to the royal court to ask if we can be headed. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's expensive. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily take the risk and cut your head off without permission.
See how much you respect the rules of law.
You're quite the joker. Invoking the law, are you?
And what will happen to me?
If you really are innocent, nothing will happen to you.
I am. It was Vence who roped me into it. Oh, I swear on my soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Every good for nothing I dragged to the gallows swore on his mark. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was pure as the driven snow. But this arsehole don't think twice about stabbing her.
Only the lowest of the low,
Ain't it grand you're here to make that clear for us? And now shut it, the two of you. I don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout. Right, we're in Troskovitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Samin sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.
Wet behind the ears? You're a bit young for that kind of talk, Captain.
Ah, if only.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to...
Oh.
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules.
The bastards. And how did you get the car?
I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we wrote me, Lord Se...
Well, God's no...
That's right.
Indeed. Where...
Venser didn't survive the skirmish in Gules' camp. And Franzi...
I wouldn't be too sure about that. There were only... And that Franzi could talk his way out from under...
We'll see.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks.
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter.
I haven't seen Agnes.
Pretty doesn't do her justice. And how about you, lad?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to... Old Semin wants a special sword for...
Excellent.
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel.
A blade of first class...
That's right.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, young. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded...
Relax, lad. I've got it. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living...
And he can pray for her?
God's nails, let me fit. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia. And folks say they saw this from the description. It seems...
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now?
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit, people from far and wide used to go to... I even heard he made...
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some...
With the devil?
No idea.
Where can I find...
Do I look? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia.
Right. I'll try. In return, you'll get me in...
If it means so much, come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell... But Henry, if they're the best sword in the world...
What's new around here?
I heard you got into some trouble at the Truscovitz. You should go and see, and that's...
That sounds interesting.
Ave Maria.
You having problems with the Jelliavites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. They've been nothing but trouble for years. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, and last year, they broke...
Gracious.
Not yet, no. But since you're... I'd pay you well.
What exactly...
Don't worry. I won't make you... I'd hate to reveal my...
All right.
Listen up. Old Albram, the owner of the biggest plot of land, obviously. Now I mean, you. Simple, right?
Painting a...
Right. First, I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here. And after that, try ask if you pour it in the bulls, but watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put at least 3 doses of the...
All right, then.
And remember...
Right. Why do you and the...
It's their fault. Albram's the worst of them all. He's the...
What?
The one...
And how...
There's a... But then...
Well...
The youth, year after... And when we...
Innkeeper, a beer!
Have you tried...
Of course, but the...
Are you going to bake bread today?
I apologize.
Excuse me?
Greetings.
How are you doing?
Nice to meet you. I could tell you stop, or would you prefer? But it's a lot of...
I know quite a few stories. How about a trade?
All right, then. And that story...
I know a romantic tale about he had to bring a...
And then?
The lady of his heart.
If I were... And now, I'll take... So what kind of story would you like?
I like stories that can teach me something. Stories with a moral.
Haven't you heard enough of those in church? But it's not a problem. I have just the tale for you. And it's not one you'll hear from any priest. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin... Well, I don't. He went, but he's but it was. So he's with the lot there. He's the low, and when
That was a...
story. What's
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for...
because it brings misfortune. Look for Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the but leave me out of it. It was good to see you, my friend.
I apologize.
Ave Maria.
I hate humans. Sore eyes. You go and rinse your car. You're drooling all over it. Good Lord gave me eyes.
Look at them
So I
human
use-
hossums. They think they can do whatever they want.
The nerve of them showing their goat faces around here.
Someone should teach them how things work.
My thoughts exactly.
What are you playing at?
Like we should be
You want to
living
shoot
in
someone?
fear for our women in our own village.
Why is this?
Right.
Stop messing
Nobody
about
said
without
that.
weapons.
Nem
mi van, nyomorultak?
Mi lehet ez?
Put that weapon.
Are you trying to practice?
Csak nem vérzel, faszfej!
Look at them bastards.
Írod, fogod vigyodni! Alig állsz a lábadon, te szaros!
I hate humans.
Kivelezünk téged!
Au! Bastards. Someone should kick their ass.
Most elkaplak!
Really clever fuckers win.
I hate humans.
Igen, labashat!
Human swine. You think you own the place, do you?
Nem tetszik, ahogy
Someone
néznek
should
minket.
kick their ass.
Hiba volt idejönni.
Really clever.
Ha mi nyugodtak leszünk, akkor ők is.
Könnyű ezt mondani.
Are you right in the
Még
head?
egy köp...
Szarni fogok a sírod.
Mi sort
I was beginning to worry.
Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat.
Look at them.
Human swine.
Úrod a pofádba terelhető. Kivelezünk téged!
Bash in the faces him will be too good for them.
Nem tetszik, ahogy...
Greetings. Do you need?
I came to apologise for the fight that me and Lord Capon started. If we caused any damages...
Ah, it's all water under the... You've served your penance. If you want to help me out, though, there's a group of humans at that table over there.
Should I kick them out?
No, no. A guest's a guest, and coin's coin. But, do you think...
What are humans doing in Troskovitz, anyway?
Beats me. I reckon.
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage and murder.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard. Ah,
All right.
you'll manage one of them, but be quick about it and no more fight.
Really clip those fuckers' wings.
And what can I get for you?
Nem tetszik, néznek minket. Hiba volt idejönni. Ha mi nyugodtak leszünk, akkor ők is. Könnyű ezt mondani.
The innkeeper said you wanted some...
Exactly. We do not want much. Just
Do you have money?
we have and we pay for everything.
My thoughts exactly.
Aye, the bear's got...
I need some advice.
You want some advice? I catch you fighting here again. But the Cumans are still down to bit.
I promise.
My amber. So why...
And has...
Not for...
What straight?
I'm...
But I have...
Didn't you... I'd think.
I suppose...
Do they have...
Well, they say...
Well... Oh, but don't... Why is this sticky?
My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Don't worry. I hear they left again. Nobody's seen them there since that time.
They surely came on account of what Stanislav and Gerda saw.
Hiba volt idejönni. Ha mi nyugodtak leszünk,
Greetings.
akkor
There are
ők
signs
is.
something wicked is
Könnyű
going
ezt
on.
mondani.
Do you know anything about the site?
By all the saints! Take care then.
A gyilkosok.
Here you go.
Thank you. I afraid...
Corva, they can go...
What were you thinking coming here?
We don't want trouble. We had enough of that. Etel back at camp. We just want to eat something good for change.
The locals don't want you here, and neither do I.
Not all humans same.
How come you speak...
From mother. It is maybe I tell enough.
I wish you good...
Thanks.
I wouldn't exactly say...
Jó advágy.
Remélem nem. You should get the fuck out.
Easy, fella.
You seem very... Oh, shit. I say we smash their...
Do you want to make a fool of yourself? You'd cry like a little girl after these warriors break every bone in your body.
Last time, the only one crying was you. So stop acting tough and run along. Do I make myself clear, you cunt? Out, now!
Jobb, ha megyünk, vagy leütöm. All right, we go.
Picture. What did you just say? Fuck that shit. Hey, where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
He not mean it. He go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take food back.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh? Maybe they'd rather wear it on their heads instead.
Mit akarsz, te disznó?
What about you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
Leave them alone.
You're defending those horse fuckers. But
you don't even know who they are.
You think I don't? That fucking traitor!
Rip your ass open! Now you're mine, you bastard!
caught up. He's through then.
Ramek Chopas!
Standing! Pojď, Neky!
Mondtam, hogy hülye ötlet volt.
Nem volt rossz ötlet.
Oh, Lord in heaven. What happened to you? Wake up! Quick!
Jesus Christ, my head! I must have hit it on something.
Mother of God. What happened?
I'd like to ask you what do you know about
Stanislav, and there's this conciliation. There's some devilry in it for
and it was the where can I
Stan.
how do I
You're out. You go and for
who's the
no one.
and
Well, and he's like a different and the
where did
hard
monks
well.
what's the late
If it's his wife, if you ask me though, he spent and have you.
what do
You haven't seen a Divashenka is a wild. You can sometimes you shouldn't.
why not?
It's the Semine people, especially so, and that's
Sounds interesting.
wow. That's
Good evening.
I'd like to ask
No, I don't.
easy now, girl. Trust me.
No.
I want to... Wait, Gerd, on the contrary.
Really?
I believe
So, what do you want? It grew. I didn't.
So
God, I stopped.
that's all.
At proper.
What's this?
It's they say.
And the day don't worry.
What do you
I don't know. You needn't
think?
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret. Whoa! The conciliatory cross. A memorial to the unfortunate death of that young man. But I'm more interested in what secrets it conceals now. I don't have a spade. Quick!
Cheap old nag.
I hear you saw some...
Was it the bailiff who said...
No, I've heard talk...
What?
Want a swig of schnapp?
If it's...
It's just that I don't...
Don't offer what you...
How was...
Leave me...
I know...
Of course!
Say after me.
Vad... Mark, what did you...
What
His after the...
He turned...
I'm
But the herb...
Aye.
Why?
Who... Take care.
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks. Whoa! Whoa! Horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. Beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herdsboy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil. This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here.
Go!
Whoa!
I really need to eat something. That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
God!
Whoa! 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 This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here. need something to eat. God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
I came about that sword of yours. I'd like to buy it from you.
I'll keep my sword, thanks very much. It's a fine piece.
Right. Long since broken and unused. I wouldn't hum and haw too long if I were you. Radovan the blacksmith will give you a good price for it.
Oh, right. You mean that sword? I don't have it anymore.
Folk are saying some monks turned up in the village and were asking about you. The Inquisition, apparently.
The Inquisition?
Maybe I should have a word with them about you and tell them where they can find you.
Oh, God.
I can promise you that.
Nothing. Listen carefully, then. There's an old... Take this cross to her and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
Good day. What would you like?
This might seem...
A cross?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the...
Oh my God! All those years, I'd lost hope. I committed...
Well, I don't...
No. You said it yourself. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me.
All right.
Thank you, lad. We must go to the graveyard.
Let's go.
Here it is.
What does...
Hold on. First...
The dead should...
You're right, lad. You see, his name, he lies...
Why does...
Because the worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself, and it's my fault.
What happened to...
The memories are painful. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek...
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed himself.
Did you see it?
No, but I believed my Vashek. It pained him till the day he died. And he lived in fear of Jan's brother creeping up behind him one day. In the end, that...
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death?
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, mostly.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia. It never...
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apple...
His brother Ambrose had it built there. It's my fault for saying no.
Nonsense. And what's more...
Only on the help me lay him to rest.
Without telling...
That's the only way we can put right a terrible...
All right.
Thank you. There's a rope, please, but them...
A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy. Whoa! journey. I don't know what. Our Father, for what? So I will be and deliver. Amen. Go!
Look at
very bad. Brother,
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Salve Mater misericordiae, ita procedere. Et benedictus fructus ventris tu, Jesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
I can't breathe here.
Hey, fella! Listen! We need help!
Who are you? And who do you serve?
We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Klesgen is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis.
All right, we'll have a quiet talk. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the Red Star. And these are Brothers Sibald and Nicholas. You are too late to make the acquaintance of Brother Klesgen, I'm afraid. We take care of the sick you have...
That swine tried to deceive me.
God, try to get close unseen and set fire to the haystack on the right, but do it quickly.
Salvare.
God.
Hey, stop right there. Halt, or I'll shoot.
Wait! Hermit, what are you doing?
Don't move a muscle, I mean it.
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but there's no time for talk now.
I just want the sword. That's all I care about.
I don't want to kill you. Go away.
I can help you. Let's talk.
All right. But make it quick. And no sudden movements. Agnosco fortunam Cartaginus.
What do you want?
You want it to run off.
And what is it you want to hear?
Where can I find that broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath them, and the sword is on the grave.
Why do they want to kill you?
Why? They want to silence me. I had proof of our...
What about the murders? Did you...
I had to defend myself.
Why did you come to the hermit?
Ambrose was the only one who could stand up to our Grandmaster Zdeněk and put an end to his crimes. He was the seneschal of our order. Now it's all over. And I will remain an outcast till I die.
That's all I need to know.
There's no time to go into it. Sorry, young man. You got mixed up in a game of high stakes, and there's no way back.
In that case, we'll play that game out together.
Thank you, friend.
Nothing is how you think, Colonel. He deceived you. You want to...
Ah!
Show what you're made of.
He's stealing something.
Quick! Whoa, whoa. Easy! Easy! Whoa. I don't our for what? So for I will and I should eat something. Go! Quick! Oh.
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help!
Who are you? And who do you serve? What happened?
If you're the man, the fort,
And I see.
he was by the...
Why should I?
I'll other...
Did Con?
Yes, he...
You're in.
Yeah, you have...
That's
God, try, but do it...
I need something to eat.
right there. Halt, or I'll shoot.
Wait! Hermit, what are you doing?
Don't move a muscle, I mean it.
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but the... No time.
Now you're gonna die.
Mercy! I surrender!
Take that!
I surrender!
With me. Fight!
Enough!
Ah, afraid to get your arse kicked, are you?
Slice him up! I'll knock your ass off. Go fuck yourself!
Ah! You're no match for me! What about our... You owe me something.
All right. We wouldn't have stood a...
What was it?
I shouldn't. Conrad was... He failed.
What did...
The logo... He was... But... Maybe...
Conrad...
Yes, that is... We know... Our Lord...
What? You just crash in here? And with a weapon? What kind of a man are you? Why are you rummaging around over there, you dirty thief? You'd better pay me compensation, you black... That's quite enough.